I didn't think I'd ever be in a position where I'd be making this kind of video, but I feel like I really need to just be open and honest with you guys and just be transparent. But I have done something that I don't know if I can come back from it. And I don't know if you guys have ever been in this position or have ever done this before, but I I kickstarted my first game. I don't know if I've made this explicitly known on the channel. I don't really tout around and talk about it too much, but I'm not too big on Kickstarter. Really, the model in general is just something I don't really like. The biggest reason, though, is that I am impatient and I don't want to wait 1 to 4 years to receive something that I backed, which I actually know several people that have taken several years to get something that they've supported. But ultimately, in the end, I have went against everything that I promised myself I wouldn't become, and I've become a backer on Kickstarter. And the straw that broke the camel's back is a game by Garphill Games called Ezra and Nehemiah. This game is designed by Shem Phillips and Sam McDonald, the same people who gave us the West Kingdom series, as well as games like Hadrian's Wall and Legacy of You, and a lot more, really. And from my understanding, this is a kind of greatest hits compilation of mechanisms from all of their other games, and it creates this Frankenstein monster of a game. And if you've never heard of this, in this game, players are taking on the role of exiled Israelites who are returning to Jerusalem, and you're going to be doing a lot of different things. The kind of main thing you're going to be working on is rebuilding the city walls and the city gates, but there's a lot of other stuff you can do as well. You can teach the Torah to returning exiles. You can do things like develop your land and travel to areas outside the city gates. And you're even going to try to stoke the altar fire to keep it lit day in and day out. Now, I think the reason why I ultimately caved and decided to back this game is for really two main reasons. The first is that I recently played Hadrian's Wall, one of their other games, and the game is so good. Like, seriously, I cannot stress how good this game is. If you've never played it, I fully recommend it. You can actually play it on Board Game Arena if you have that. And I think I saw it recently on sale for like 30 bucks, which is almost half off. Anyways, the game's so good. So I started looking into other games that they've created, and obviously I've started hearing about Ezra and Nehemiah. There's been a pretty big marketing push for this, so it caught my attention. I looked at a lot of different overviews and kind of reviews and stuff like that, and it looks super good. The second reason is that the theme is very, very interesting for me. I think the biblical themes in general are very unexplored in really everything, but especially board games. You don't really see too much of that. And I think regardless of what you believe, there are a lot of really interesting stories in the Bible, and I think the story of Ezra and Nehemiah is really cool, really interesting, and they seem to have, at least on paper and from what I've seen in like previews and stuff, they've hit the nail on the head at just really immersing you in that era. You know, you're returning exiles, you are wanting to rebuild your city and to make it look good, and you're trying to do the best you can to attract people and just clean up the city. And I don't know, I'm really excited for this. You know, it's another thing I really liked about the campaign, I forgot to mention this, is it's not pressing you to pay like hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and it's not throwing like 1,000 different boxes at you and trying to get you to like just add this and add this and add this. Actual recently put out a video where he kind of criticized Kickstarter, and I agree with him. He talked about, you know, more is not always better, and the example he gave was of Oathsworn. In Oathsworn, there was like a $500 all-in. You get like legitimately like 80 pounds of board game stuff, half of which are like huge miniatures and stuff like that. Oathsworn looks really cool. That's kind of besides the point. Ultimately, I liked how in Ezra and Nehemiah, their campaign, it was just like, here's the game, and then here's this game, the same game, but you can get metal coins. And so it didn't feel like they were pushing too much on you. I know in the add-on section, you could add on some of their other games like Legacy of You, Hadrian's Wall. I didn't do that. All I did was the base game plus the metal coins, and then I did get the Hadrian's Wall promo, which was like $8. So I think I'm spending like 75 bucks, which, I don't know, to me it's not that bad, and I like that. That actually did attract me to their campaign, and that's why I caved. So I don't know. I'm really excited for it. And if you have Tabletop Simulator, it is on there and it looks like it plays well. I actually haven't played it yet. I've kind of just explored the setup and I've looked through the rule book and everything, but I'm hype about this. So what do you guys think of Ezra and Nehemiah? Do you think it's a game that you would be interested in? And I'm also curious on your take on Kickstarter in general. Do you think it's a good system? Do you think it's totally fine? Do you not like it? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. But anyways, this is Jordan here at Totally Bored. Hope you guys have a wonderful day and we'll see you next time.